So, if you're a teacher, or really any parent, you've probably faced this challenge. How do we teach our kids about real-world dangers, like severe weather, without totally freaking them out? Well, today we're going to dive into a brilliant lesson plan that does exactly that. It turns potential fear into real empowerment and curiosity.
And this is the big question, right? Our first instinct is usually to warn, to list all the scary things that could happen. But what if the best way to keep kids safe isn't through fear at all, but through fascination? This lesson plan completely flips the script. It starts with wonder, not with warnings. The first step here is, honestly, just a stroke of genius. It reframes the whole topic by turning the learners into detectives. It's not a scary lecture anymore, it's an exciting investigation they get to solve.
And the hook? It's so simple you could do it tomorrow. The teacher just puts on a coat and asks the class, "Why am I wearing this?" Just like that, you've grounded this big, abstract idea of weather in something they all understand. It's personal, it's relatable, and it sparks that curiosity from the very first second.
And this approach taps right into a kid's natural state of being. You start with these I wonder questions, and you're letting them lead the way. They're not just sitting there passively getting information dumped on them. No, they're becoming the architects of their own understanding. Okay, so once you've got them hooked and their curiosity is fired up, the next phase is all about equipping these new detectives with the right tools for their investigation.
And the very first tool is powerful vocabulary. A forecaster isn't introduced as some scary alarmist. No, they're a scientist, a helper, whose job is to use data to keep people safe. This reframing is absolutely critical. It shows that experts are a resource, not a source of fear.
And check out how these complex tools are made so simple and easy to get. A thermometer? It measures hot and cold. A satellite? It's just a camera in space. It's a perfect example of what educators call scaffolding. You're breaking down these huge concepts into small, concrete ideas that a young kid can actually grab onto and use. So now they're curious. They've got their tools. And this is where the lesson makes its most important connection. It links knowledge directly to action. This is where a scary weather event gets paired with a specific, empowering safety plan. The beauty of this is in its clarity. There is zero ambiguity. A tornado warning means you go to the basement. Lightning means you go inside. See? These aren't vague suggestions like, be careful. They are direct, actionable, if this, then that plans that replace the chaos of anxiety with the calm of knowing exactly what to do.
This one sentence, this is the emotional anchor for the entire lesson. It explicitly reframes everything. Being prepared isn't something you do because you're scared. It's the thing you do so you don't have to be. Preparation becomes an act of empowerment. It's the superpower that makes you brave.
And to make that empowerment something real, something tangible, the lesson now shifts from just learning about things to actually preparing. We're moving from theory to practice. So the list starts with all the practical stuff you'd expect. Flashlight, water, first aid kit. But then, look at that last item. It's a subtle but totally brilliant question designed to start a much deeper conversation.
This question really pushes the students to think bigger. What does safety actually mean? Is it just about not getting hurt? Or could it maybe be something more?
And the answer is a powerful, resounding yes. This acknowledges a really deep truth. Safety isn't just physical, it's emotional. By saying that a comfort object is a legitimate part of a safety kit, the lesson shows kids that their feelings matter, and that feeling brave is a huge part of getting through a tough situation.
So all of this leads to the ultimate goal of the lesson, which is this final, amazing transformation from a passive learner into an active participant.
The big finale activity is for each student to make their own daily prediction. I mean, just think about that journey for a second. They started with a simple question about a code, they learned how to use scientific tools, and now they're putting it all together to make their own forecast. This isn't just a test, it's proof that they have real agency. They've become the scientist. You know, this lesson is so much more than a unit on weather. It's really a blueprint for how to teach any complex or scary topic. By starting with questions, providing clear tools, and focusing on empowerment, we do more than just give kids information. We build confident, resilient learners. So the real question to leave you with isn't just about weather. It's about everything we teach. What if every single lesson turned our students into detectives, empowered to understand and navigate their world?